Hello and welcome to this Air National Guard Medical Review Officer Update podcast. I'm Colonel Pat O'Brien, Chief Medical Review Officer of the Drug Demand Reduction Program at the National Guard Bureau. Welcome to Episode 9. Since my last podcast, I know many of us have been tasked with working COVID religious and medical exemption cases, which are not MRO related, but a big part of our time and effort. The stress placed on each of us is real and significant. Please make sure to take care of yourself and take a step back when needed to successfully navigate this unusual time. I know I've had conversations that neared the limits of my patience with certain service members, but do not let them get to you. I want to acknowledge your commitment to the Air National Guard Medical Service and thank you for getting the job done when tasked. Make sure your resilience is at the forefront of your work for the Air Guard, and make sure your health, both physical and mental, are being taken care of each and every day. Now let's get to the Medical Review Officer update. My first thoughts center on my recent trips to wings to visit with MROs and wing managers. I have been to a number of units recently and consistently find folks willing to listen to my training in attempts to standardize our processing of cases. Seeing each of you in person allows for a better connection and hopefully fosters more collegiality in dealing with this program. I plan on making a fair number of additional trips during the rest of this year and will be accompanying our military regional managers on their staff assistance visits, along with Captain Ryan Curley, our contract officer, who oversees our commercial contract with Loyal Source, the company providing each of your wing managers. Our hope is to show the Guard Bureau truly is here to help and not coming to denigrate any person dealing with the Drug Demand Reduction Program. If you haven't seen me yet and would like a training visit, please do not hesitate to contact me. The visits take about 2 to 3 hours and include a PowerPoint and discussion of the entire process. Additional visits with leadership at wings occurs based on the individual wing commander wishes. I am happy to sit down with the boss to go over process and specific drug cases that may be problematic. Next, I want to speak to the full-time MRO providers primarily. Please make sure that you are accomplishing your initial reviews within 2 duty days of notification by your wing managers. I have seen a number of cases that have not met that requirement under the DAFMAN 44-197 that we operate under. If you have something that is getting in your way and you cannot accomplish a timely review, please consider calling me to help. We really need to stay on track and get these cases cleared as rapidly as possible. In general, you are doing a great job of clearing cases. Few errors are being made and clearances are happening quicker and quicker. At the time of this recording, we have only about 30 cases nationwide that are open. In the past, we would have 60 to 100, so I know you have been taken to heart the need to do the job quickly and efficiently. I've had some emails and calls concerning the question when the next MRO course will be held. My plan had been to have an in-person update course open to all MROs during MRU in August at Gulfport CRTC. At this time, no in-person course is planned as the pandemic and COVID exemption casework has taken up a lot of time of some of the staff at the Guard Bureau. When we get the okay, I will work on getting another course together that we can have in person. In the meantime, I do have the recertification course available to watch, as well as PowerPoints and other educational materials on the DDRP MRO tab on CarePoint. Take a look there for some of these resources or give me a call and I'll be happy to help you. If you are a new MRO and would like some one-on-one assistance, call and let's set up a Teams meeting and I'll review our process with you. Just realize that help is available almost any time. I get told all the time that guardsmen are bad about getting their civilian medical records submitted for inclusion into their military medical record. We have got to do better helping the everyday service member get this done in a painless way. My idea, and I'd like you to make it yours too, is to work with your MDG staff to come up with a list of all of your ADD, ADHD, and other chronic condition service members. Once you got the list made, email every one of them a copy of DD Form 2870, Release of Information, filled out with your MDG information including a fax number. Tell them to fill out their information and give a copy to their civilian medical provider and one to their pharmacy. Then each time they have an interaction there, they can say as they leave, please make sure and send a copy of my medical notes or my medication list to the MDG at the Air Guard. Once you have this established, you should then receive timely notes that will make our jobs as MROs much easier. And make sure your MDG staff are scanning these records expeditiously so that the electronic review is available remotely for someone like me to help clear cases. I am hoping this one change in process will make life easier in multiple ways for us and for service members. Some higher level information may be of benefit to you. The number of drug screens that are positive continues to rise when comparing year over year. We are on track right now to have over 1,150 positive drug screens this fiscal year, a 21% increase over last year and a 47% increase over fiscal year 2019. Of these positives, THC has grown from 210 cases in fiscal year 19 to an amortized fiscal year 22 number of 413 anticipated now. We started to look at Delta-8 THC separately in July 2021, as it is readily available across the country and is legal due to the Farm Bill that passed about 3 years ago while still illegal for service members. We are seeing more and more service members using this metabolite for anxiety, pain, and for low-level intoxication. Our education group will be making a humorous video on Delta-8 THC soon, along with some other serious videos talking to service members and commanders about different DDR subjects. Just to let you know, cocaine still pops positive regularly, but thankfully our numbers stay under 40 cases yearly, but that might change this year. The majority of prescription drug positives are for ADD and ADHD medications. On the education front, I need to reiterate that we still need to educate our service members about the change in the DODI 1010.16 that established a 6-month period from the fill date as the expiration for all scheduled medications. Working with our wing drug demand reduction program managers, we need to get this word out to each and every service member. Please make sure to include something in your wing newsletter, at roll calls at different units on base, and in interactions you have in the office while you are doing things such as PHAQs. We do not want service members to be caught unaware, which is still happening at this time. Mostly we are finding this in cases of patients with ADD or ADHD. So please be diligent in getting the word out. Please make sure in working with your wing DDRPM that you are receiving the unit commander to service member notification date so that you can update your calendar for a 30-day closeout of the case. Having that good relationship with your wing manager will assure that this will happen each and every time. I encourage you to personally meet your wing manager, get their cell phone number in your phone, and form a relationship that allows you to seamlessly work on these cases together. Well, that's enough for now. If you need some help, I'm willing to assist you with curbside consults, covering for leave, deployment, maternity leave, or when there's no full-time provider available to get a review done. Feel free to call my office phone or cell phone, as both will get to me directly. Thank you very much for what you do for the Drug Demand Reduction Program as well as for the Air National Guard. Take care and have a great Air Guard Day.